Hello guys, this is Kaishiro. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So last vlog ko, I talk about top 5 meta decks in this format. Decks like Tri Brigade, Shangjian, reigns the meta in this format. So may ilang review ko na natanggap, like sana all nakakasunod sa meta or sana all may pambili ng meta decks. So I think masyadong hefty yung ganong style para sa mga budget players and casual Yu-Gi-Oh lovers na gusto lang maglaro competitively for the sake of the love of the game, and they are really tight on their budget. So in this video, I will give top 5 budget decks that you can play and compete against meta. So sa video na to, I will talk about decks under 5,000 pesos. You can build the decks on this list for 5,000 pesos. And for our foreign viewers, 5,000 pesos is equivalent to $100. So these decks are really cheap and accessible for budget players. So without further ado, let's get started. Coming at number 5, we have Monarch. So isa to sa mga decks na napakatagal na sa Yu-Gi-Oh! And proven and tested na tong Monarch because I think nanalo sila ng World Championship nung 2003 or 2004. They won the World Championship Series. So proven na sa world stage yung Monarch. And ang maganda sa deck na to, they can really thrive in any meta because they have cards like Monarch Erupt and Monarch Domain that can really oppress the meta decks in any situation. At ang isa pang maganda sa deck na to, they don't really need the extra deck. So you won't have to pay hefty price for extra deck cards like Apulusa or Access Code or ibang mamahalin na extra deck cards because they don't really need the extra deck in this Monarch strategy. I think ang problema lang ng deck na to is this deck can be really breaky. Sinabi ng kaibigan ko na Monarch player, namely Mark Angelo Geo, kapag nag-break daw talaga tong deck na to, wala ka talagang magagawa at magpapas ka lang ng turn. Yun yung problema ng deck na to. So, as a player, you have to work on deck building and card choices na you would run in this deck to become more consistent and viable in this meta. So, this is my number 5, the Monarch. Coming at number 4, we have the Altergeist. Altergeist is a really good control deck and it can outgrind a lot of control decks. Believe me, this deck can outgrind Eldritch. Na-experience ko yun. I'm playing Eldritch against an Altergeist player na si Sir Paul. And natalo ako sa matchup na yun. And dun ko na-realize na napakaganda ng grind game ng Altergeist against control decks. Yun yung napakagandang feature ng deck na to in this number 4 spot. Ang problema sa deck na to, this deck can be expensive if you are playing cards like Path of Prosperity and Path of Extravagance. So medyo pricey talaga yung mga cards na draw power sa deck na to. And dun ka medyo mag-i-invest ng pera. Pero if you are looking for budget option, you can definitely play Path of Duality. Duality is applicable in this deck and viable din sa Altergeist strategy. And ito yung budget option mo for draw power. So, yun ang medyo downside ng Altergeist. And also, isa pang mahal na card sa strategy nila, ang Infinite Impermanence. Napakahalaga ng card na to at must play talaga sa Altergeist because it can trigger Multifaker in your hand. Hindi lang only negation to. This is a +1 for them if nag-trigger yung Multifaker and another +1 pag nag-resolve yung effect ni Multifaker. So, this can be very advantageous in certain scenarios sa Altergeist. So, you need to play Infinite Impermanence. The positive news is na-reprint yung Infinite Impermanence sa Cyber Style Structure deck na na may rariting common. So you can have this infinite impermanence in a budget option in buying those common infinite impermanence. So, yun ang number 4 spot ko, Altergeist. And coming at number 3, we have the Meta Beat or AntiMeta. Believe me, this deck can really be annoying against meta decks. I play meta decks also, and ayokong makakatapat ng gantong uri ng deck na makakalaban ko, because this is really frustrating to play against. And they play cards like There Can Be Only One and other floodgates, and also Inspector Border. Nag-i-struggle talaga yung mga meta deck kapag hindi sila ready na makakatapat ng gantong uri ng deck. At yung setup ng anti-meta talagang oppressive sa pagtakil ng meta decks, because nasa-shutdown talaga nila yung mga plays and possible routes ng gameplay ng meta deck, because they play cards like this, There Can Be Only One, Macrocosmos, and such, na hihinto talaga sa play ng kalaban. So I think this is a definitely good buy in this meta game format. You can build this deck in a cheap way, because hindi naman halos nagbabago yung cards na nasa deck build nito. Border, floodgates, and you name those anti-meta and control type of cards. Yun talaga yung heart and soul ng deck na to. And also, kapag hindi prepared o di ka nire-respeto ng meta deck players, you can really snatch victories from them. I know players like Jan Ariel, Vanjo, Nilmark, and other anti-meta players. Madami nun sa community namin. And they can really outplay the meta if given the right cards sa hand nila. And kapag hindi rin sila nirespeto talaga, magta-thrive talaga yung anti-meta. Kaya nga, from the word itself, anti, they are the bane of meta decks. So, they really deserve this number 3 slot. Coming at number 2, we have Thunder Dragons. I think, hindi pa ako buhay, may Thunder Dragon sa Yu-Gi-Oh! And successful talaga yung archetype na to, because they are really thriving in any types of format in the form of Thunder Dragon Colossus. Thunder Dragon Colossus prevents the players from adding cards except by drawing them, I think. So, floodgate yun para sa mga meta decks, lalo na pag nauna yung Thunder Dragon. And you can play the Thunder Dragon strategy in almost any kinds of format, because yung mga meta decks nagre-rely sila sa mga add para ma-plus yung card advantage nila sa hand. So, Thunder Dragon stops that kind of shenanigans. And this is the pure version sa budget. Baka inisip nyo, ito yung may chaos engine na pricey naman talaga and hindi considered na budget option. So, I'm talking only about the pure version. Pero if you want an upgrade, you can definitely play the chaos engine. Doon lang siguro magmamahal yung deck mo kapag naglagay ka ng mga chaos space and such tech cards. Pero mag-i-improve naman exponentially yung Thunder Dragon strategy. And also, you can play the Enforcer, the trend right now. It really complements the Thunder Dragon because it is a interruption. Yung destroy nito nagpapaganda sa performance ng Thunder Dragon, because Thunder Dragon really need those cards in their graveyard to pop their effects. So this is a great deck if you are looking for a deck that can thrive in any meta kind of formats, and mataas yung ceiling because you can play the Chaos and Enforcer if gusto mo mag-improve ng deck building strategy. So, Thunder Dragon is a solid number 2 in this list. And we have Shaddal in the number 1. So, Shadal, I think 2013 pa o 2014, nasa Yu-Gi-Oh na sila. And they are really viable up until to this day. Because they have cards like Construct and Winda. Construct can really outmaneuver extra deck monsters, extra deck boss monsters, like a big boss monster na pwedeng isama ng kalaban mo. Construct can out that. And also they have Winda. If Winda is on the field, isang beses lang pwede mag-special summon. So, Winda can really stop the plays of mga decks na mahilig mag-special summon. So, Shaddle is a really good deck to invest because you can play the trap-based strategy if gusto mo ng mas more budget option. They play cards like this, Torrential Tribute, Sinister Shadow Games, and even Dogmatica Punishment as a budget option. Trap Shaddle is a really good budget deck to play in any types of format because it is grindy and it is a floater. It can float around and those can be very advantageous if hindi na prevent ng kalaban yung strategy mo at yung gameplay mo as a Shaddle player. And also if you're looking for an upgrade, you can definitely add the Invoke package. So Alistair really complements this deck. Not only fusion sila, pareho, and you can really play the Invoke strategy in this deck to boost the consistency and overall higher power ceiling ng Shaddle strategy. So, magandang option talaga yung Shaddle to play and good investment rin. And also, kung gusto mo pang dagdagan yung strategy mo, you can definitely play the Enforcer to make things even greater in this Shaddle deck. So, I think Shaddle really deserves the number 1 spot in my top 5 budget decks because isa sila sa mga deck na tingin kong hindi mawawala sa metagame. Ang problema lang ng deck siguro na to, if naunahan talaga ng setup ng kalaban, dun mag-i-struggle yung Shaddle. Pero, if given the right circumstances, they can really out those kind of situation and prevail at the end of the game. So, yun lang naman. Yun ang aking top 5 budget decks that can build in 5,000 pesos budget. So, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more updates. And also, bigyan na rin ng suporta yung ibang YouTubers na nasa Filipino community like Aqua OCG and South Laguna OCG, Card Addicts PH, and sa kaibigan ko, Nyos The TV, and sa whole community ng Kaikap na hinohost kong tournament. I hope mas lumago pa yung community natin at mas mag-enjoy tayo sa paglalaro ng favorite card game natin. So, yun lang naman. Peace.